Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am going to be sharing what I have fed my family this week. I'm going to run you through all 5 meals Monday to Friday and talk you through what I'm making, and also I'm going to show you the process of how I make it as well. In this video, there are 3 slow cooker meals as well that I hope you're going to enjoy. It's definitely getting colder outside, so my slow cooker has come out so much more recently. I hope I'm going to show you a couple of things that maybe you wouldn't have thought of cooking in a slow cooker before. If you're watching me for the first time, I would love for you to subscribe. I post loads of different foodie content on my channel, so if you need a little bit of meal inspiration and you like this sort of thing, then I would love for you to press that red button down below. Also, over on my Instagram, I post loads of different foodie content too. I post quick reel recipe ideas, and also every single Monday I put up a meal plan to show you what we're eating for the next week, and also to give you guys some ideas of what you could cook. Along with the meal plan, I post in my description box all the ingredients that you're going to need for each meal as well, to just try and make it as simple as possible. And then in the evenings on my stories, I post how I make the meals as well. So I would love for you to go and give me a follow over there as well if you're not already. So with all that said, I'm going to jump straight on into this video and show you meal number 1. So for my first meal, we are having spaghetti with cheesy meatballs in the slow cooker. This is a really easy recipe and something you can chuck on in the morning and it'll be ready for you in the evening when it's dinner time. Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need to make your spaghetti pasta with cheesy meatballs. I have got 500 grams of steak mince here. That's going to make my meatballs, and then I'm just going to stuff a cube of cheese in each meatball, and then kind of stuff it inside the meatball and wrap the meatball around the cheese. And then for my sauce, I'm going to fry off an onion, 3 cloves of garlic, and dice up these 2 peppers as well, and just fry them all off in a pan before popping them into the slow cooker. Once those are fried off, I'll then add them into my slow cooker along with a tin of chopped tomatoes and 100 mils of beef stock as well. Then once I've finished rolling all of my meatballs up, I will pop those into the slow cooker as well, and I will just cook that on low for a good 5 or 6 hours before putting in my spaghetti pasta. I'll put my spaghetti pasta into the mixture about half an hour, 45 minutes before I'm ready to serve it. That gives it plenty of time to cook through, and then it's ready to serve. We don't serve any grated cheese on top of this because obviously we have the cheese inside each meatball instead. For my second meal, I made butternut squash soup with crispy bacon and crunchy croutons. This was absolutely delicious. And as it's coming up to Halloween, you're going to have loads of pumpkin left over. This soup is really good with leftover pumpkin as well. It works just as well with butternut squash or pumpkin, and here's how I made it. For this soup, what you're going to need is 1 butternut squash, a white onion, I've got 4 cloves of garlic here, and then in here, you can either use chicken stock, but I have made my own bone broth, my chicken bone broth, and then I'll just add it up so it works out to be 1,000 mils of chicken stock. So whatever this is, I'll top it up with water to make it 1,000 mils. You need some bacon. I've got streaky bacon here. In my opinion, you can never have too much bacon for this soup. You need some soft cheese, a whole loaf of chia batter, because again, you can never have too many croutons, and that's what you're going to make with these. And you're also going to need some pumpkin seeds here as well. My kids don't have this on their one. It's just Chris and I that have this on top. You can also add some chili flakes as well. That's completely optional, but just sort of add as much or as little as you want. I'm not adding any today because the kids are going to eat this as well. So what you want to start off by doing is just roughly dicing up your onion, your garlic, and your butternut squash as well. Get that on the hob along with 1,000 mils of your chicken stock, and then just let that bubble away until everything is nice and soft. While your soup is bubbling away, you are then ready to start prepping up your bacon and your chia batter. So what you want to do is cut your bacon up into little bits, or cook them in whole strips like this, and then once they're nice and crispy, you can cut them up with a knife really easily. You also want to get your chia batter bread and cut them into nice big chunks that are going to be your croutons. I cook both of these in my air fryers. Once my soup is nice and soft, I will then get my handheld blitzer and blitz it all up, as well as adding 250 grams of soft cheese as well. Once everything is nice and cooked, you then just want to plate up your soup in a bowl. sprinkle over some of your crispy bacon, add in some of your chunky, crispy, crunchy croutons, and then top with some pumpkin seeds and enjoy. This soup is amazing. You have to try it. For our third meal, I made us some minted lamb chops and garlic and new potatoes. It was such a delicious meal, and here's what you need. These are the ingredients that we're going to be using today. I've got 8 lamb chops here, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a marinade for them. So I'm going to do like a minted marinade, mint and garlic marinade. And for that, I'm going to use some mint sauce, about 2 teaspoons, 3 cloves of garlic, and some really good extra virgin olive oil as well. And then I'm going to serve it with some garlic new potatoes as well. So what I'll do with these is pop them into a pan and bring them up to the boil. Once they're nice and soft, I'll drain them off, put some butter in there and crush some garlic in as well. They'll be really, really nice and tasty. When it comes to my lamb chops, I'm going to cook them in the air fryer on the steak setting, which is 182 degrees for 8 minutes, and they come out perfectly. For my salad, I'll just dress it with some olive oil and some balsamic vinegar and a little bit of salt and pepper as well. For this next meal, I hope it's something you might not have thought of to cook in your slow cooker before. It is a whole chicken. I love a lazy roast, and usually I will do like a 1-pan lazy roast in my oven. But by cooking your chicken in the slow cooker, it just is so, so juicy. And it also means if you're cooking for a lot of people, you can free up space in your oven to cook the rest of the ingredients. But what I did actually was I cooked my chicken in the slow cooker, and then I cooked my potatoes and my carrots in my air fryer, and then I just steamed through my broccoli. But I'm going to show you how I did everything now. Right, so what I've done so far in my slow cooker is I've chopped up 1 large potato, 1 white onion, and then 2 carrots, just really roughly, and just pop them in the bottom of the slow cooker because that's going to be the bed for my chicken. So then I'll just place my chicken on top of the bed, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this with some paprika and salt and pepper. I'm not going to put any oil on here at all because it doesn't need it. I'm literally just going to season the chicken, pop the lid on my slow cooker for 6 hours on low, and while it's cooking away, for the last hour of its cook, I'm then going to air fry my roast potatoes, my carrots, and I'll also steam through some broccoli. For the last dinner this week, I actually just cooked it for the kids because Chris and I went out afterwards, but I made them a slow cooker pizza. I know it sounds bizarre, but it's so good and it's so easy to do as well. I make my own base for this, and the great thing about this pizza is you can literally put any topping on you like, but this is how we made it. What I have got here is I've got 250 grams of self-raising flour, and then I've got 200 grams of natural yogurt. You can use natural yogurt, Greek yogurt. If you want to make this dairy-free, you can obviously use coconut yogurt or soya yogurt, whatever you fancy really. So I'm just going to combine these two together and then knead them on the side with some flour on my worktop for a little bit. Once the dough is ready, I'm then just going to just grease my slow cooker ever so slightly before putting my dough into it. And then I'll lay the dough quite thickly because we want like a nice deep pan kind of crust pizza. So I'll lay that down in my slow cooker, and then I'll add my toppings. So today we're just going to go plain because I've run out of everything in the fridge. So we're just going to have some tomato puree on the base, and then I'm just going to add some cheese. But the great thing about this is you can pretty much add anything you like. If you like olives, if you like salami, ham, peppers. I'll then pop the lid on and let it cook on high for 3 hours. This is great to put in your slow cooker before you go to the school run, so that when you come home, sort yourself out, get the kids' homework done, your pizza will be ready when you're ready to eat your dinner. So that's it, that's everything we ate this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and head on over to Instagram as well, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!